We have our truck is named Diana after
Princess Diana.
Her name is Rosie, and we love her so much. I think that's the perfect name for her.
I have had multiple little red trucks over the years. When I had the big F-150, it was Bessie. My tour partner's name is Patrick, and my name is Amanda. So our ship name together is Panda, so we call it the Panda Express. And then I also had one that I decided to nickname the Amy Ellis.
White Lightning. White Lightning.
Marnie. Her name is Marnie.
I've had the greatest honor of working with multiple trucks, but I think my favorite name we ever came up with for a truck was Patty, because every time you tried to roll up a hill, it would start roaring like crazy, and you'd have to we'd give it a couple pats, like, come on, go, please, you can make it up the hill, do it, do it.
So the next one we got was Truck 95, and we named it Dolly because 9 to 5. So I thought we were pretty clever on that.
My favorite part of being a tour actor with MCT is being able to go to a new community every week, being able to travel, and being able to do what I love, which is theater, and also teaching, enriching kids' lives, allowing them to participate in the arts, being able to go to communities that might not have the funds or the capabilities to do it themselves, and we're able to bring it to them. Sometimes kids who are in those places didn't even know that's something that they would want to do or like to do, and now you get to sort of see that for the first time.
Hands down, being with the kids. The kids make it all worth it. They're just bright faces, how they light up when they're on stage, especially the ones that really like it. They make it all worth it.
I really like directing the bees because they're just so cute and tiny and I don't know, they're just always down for the challenge.
It's the Skunks in Robin Hood because they have one of my favorite songs of all time, What's a Skunk to Do? And they just jump in a circle and shake their tail and they sing it all, and their movements are so cute and they eat it up every single time.
So not necessarily a specific role, but just roles that are totally different from what they would normally do. Something that gets them out of their comfort zone, or something that just allows them to be silly and goofy, because the best part of this job is asking kids to yell and be loud and laugh and have fun.
I really like showing the lead rehearsals quite a bit. It's always fun to see a kid from auditions to the opening of the show be super shy and introverted and be able to get out of their shell and really open up and be funny and silly, and it's such a blast. It's so heartwarming.
One of my favorite things to say to kids is don't think, just do. Because we all have that little voice in our head that tells us maybe I shouldn't do that, maybe that's a bad idea, and that little voice is the death of acting. And I always tell them, this is way easier said than done, because you'll see them really thinking about something on stage, then you're just don't think about it, you know it, just do it, and then they do it, and it's great.
First of all, I love getting on their level, listening to why they are nervous or scared. And I explain to them, well, that's stage fright. I think everybody has some sort of stage fright to a degree, and the way to overcome that is to remember how much fun you have. So I always ask them, do you have fun on stage? And they're yeah. I'm remember that, because when you're on stage, nothing else matters. It's the anticipation, it's the build-up, but go out and have fun.
There was a 7-year-old girl who just spent the whole audition crying. She wouldn't say any lines, she was so nervous. And then when she came in for the day of the show, she ran up to me and she said, Miss Maddie, I don't have stage fright anymore because I'm brave. I was ooh!
I think it's a lot of excitement and energy, and there's a lot of cheering and, oh, it's so cute! But then you also have the opposite of, I look so hideous, or this is so weird. The funniest thing for me is when they get their costumes, they're talking about their costumes all week long, and then they get in their costumes and they're wearing them for about 20 minutes. I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm itchy, and you're you've been asking for this all week. Just be happy you have it.
It's like a mix between Christmas morning and Black Friday. It's super fun and full of anticipation, but it's also holding back a dam. It's exciting. Big day. They ask about it all week.
When we hand out our costumes, we preface it by saying there's only 3 things you can say about your costume. I love my costume, I love your costume, and I love everyone's costume. One day, when we were handing out costumes in Wallace, Idaho, this town's kid came up and he said, why do I look like a third-class passenger on the Titanic? On that day, there was now a 4th thing that you can say about your costume, because that's objectively hilarious.
My skincare bag. I'm a real biggie on skincare.
My sleeping mask, but it has like Bluetooth headphones in it. So on those drives, I'm in a different world.
Clothes.
We had a 17-year-old boy who auditioned in it was a pretty small cast, and he had never done a show, and by the end of the week he like bought the whole cast donuts, and then he went to his first drama club meeting to come to our workshop, and he just really felt the community that week.
There's this thing where they call it being bit by the bug of performing. There was this kid, I remember, he went on stage and he said his first line and he got a laugh. And I remember seeing him just dizzy for a second, and he was like looking at the audience like, whoa, they're laughing at me. And I feel like that was the moment where he got bitten by the bug, and it was really cool to be there and get to witness it.
This little boy, he was in like 3rd grade, and he was one of our assistant directors. And every day he was in Backstage Black, every day. We didn't tell him to, but he was there. And then he was like, Miss Grace, I know what I want to do when I grow up. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm gonna be a backstage director. I was like, yeah, you are. It was just so cute how much this week meant to him.
Patience. Patience is a really, really big thing, because there's a lot of times where kids are just not getting that help at home. So you have to be patient with them and help them. And sometimes you have to go a little slower than what we're taught in training, and that helps them a lot.
I would say it's the piece of advice my dad always gives me, which is to leave it all out there. Put your heart and soul into that 1 hour show, and you're gonna have a blast, I promise.
When I was in high school, my theater teacher gave me some solid advice, and I've carried it with me ever since. There's a reason why we call it a play. You work and work and work until you get to the performance, and then you go out and you play. You have fun. You put in the hard work, but once it's show day, you go out and play.